What's up, everyone? It's me, Ivan, and today we're gonna be looking at a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I just haven't had the time to really like put it together. But I think it's best to just do it from the heart because it's kind of like a sensitive topic to me. Um, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. Okay. I mean, it's 2024. People should be more accepting. So I like dick. So Rurouni Kenshin, um, the new adaptation. If you didn't see prior to this, the new adaptation of Rurouni Kenshin made in 2023 by Crunchyroll, well, aired on Crunchyroll, and it came out, and I was beyond excited for it because Rurouni Kenshin is the anime that made me realize anime was anime. What do I mean by that? Is that prior to that, obviously I've been watching Dragon Ball and Captain Tsubasa, Senseiya, and everything, but I never realized that they were Japanese. Like it never clicked into my noodle brain that Japan was a country or that there were more countries other than Mexico and the US. Like you, as a kid, you know the world is big, but it was Rurouni Kenshin that was my real introduction to anime. I was like, wait, this looks a little bit more like different than the cartoons that I'm used to. And that's when I met Japan for the first time in a way. And I fell in love with the culture and the everything about it. And Rurouni Kenshin was my gateway drug into becoming the weeb that I am, I guess. So when the announcement of the reboot was given to us, I was very happy. I was very excited for it, and it came out. And my honest and short review to it is that it's okay, but it will always be okay because the original exists. I wanted this to be way better than the original. And so far, on its first arc, that is the Rurouni Kenshin introduction and establishing everything before they go through the Shishu arc, it's okay. Like that's really what it is. And I wanted to show you a couple of differences between one and the other on why I think one is the original is superior. Now, here's the thing. The new one definitely is taking a lot more seriously the manga. It's almost panel by panel of what the manga is. But they're also giving it a more serious tone. So they dial down the comedy quite a bit. And I don't think that actually, like, I was excited for it because I was like, oh yeah, I want a greedy Rurouni Kenshin, but actually now that I see it, it's like no, it's kind of soulless. So let's go with that. The scene that I think, the two scenes that exemplify the main differences between the two of them. First, we have the fight between Rurouni Kenshin and Hajime Saito. This is the new one. Here they square up, and here goes the fight. So the same way it happened in the manga, we have the clash. He spoiler alert, I guess, for everything. He gets stabbed. And then he gets thrown into the wall. Same. So the fight is just the fight. And as you can see, the setup for the fight wasn't necessarily anything too interesting, to be honest with you. So obviously it's good, it's hype, the movements are there. And that's why I say it's okay, and it will always be okay, because the original exists. In the new one, we have a very close follow to the manga. Were you able to point out the music? The music was kind of like action-y. You know, have just the strings with the action, emphasizing what's going on with the movements and everything. We have the clashes, we have the going against the wall, you know, he's getting better, blah blah blah. The colors are there, like the animation is there. Okay. But why is it just okay? Well, let's look at the setup for the original. Now, in the original, this fight was not necessarily an action fight, and I want you to notice that.
Then I will deny you your entire false existence.
So yes, we have it in dub because that's the only link that I found on YouTube. So ignore the dub. It doesn't matter. The dub doesn't matter here. Okay.
What's wrong, Batosai? Are you?
First, I want you to notice something. In the original, the setup was a two-dimensional setup. The camera, in this case, stayed as if it was on a tripod. Here we already have an overhead shot where we're just looking at him, framed by the light. First difference, cinematography. The cinematography in the original is beautiful. In the new one, it's just plain. It's safe.
Going to allow her to feel?
Here we have the setup now. As opposed to this, we feel the dimension of the room. And again, listen to the music. The music is more somber.
Well,
now, what do you hear now? You hear a clock. We don't hear a clock in the new one. We don't hear a clock. Why? Why is there a clock? There was no clock in the manga. And look at this angle, this slanted angle, giving your eye the direction of the blade to the target. This is filling up the frame, so it's giving you this menacing, like, this is a predator about to launch an attack. But why is it significant now? Why do you care more? Well, it's because they care more. Now, if you notice something, in the new one, the lighting is dark, like it's nighttime. Here is kind of like dusk. Well, here comes the next difference. The minor changes that just makes it cool. So, we hear a clock. That's a minor change. Does it matter? Does it add anything to the story? No. Does it add to the experience? Yes. Now check this out. The sun is setting. As soon as the light changes, now we have a complete color change. Their colors are gone. Now we have just a palette of blue and black. And you see, like, we see the sun setting. They're giving us time to breathe in anticipation for this strike. We have seen what this strike can do. So we get rewarded with this sharp sound.
Prepare!
And he's saying Ikuso as he's launching the attack. In the new one, he already told you, like he told you from the beginning that he was going to launch the attack. But why is this attack so menacing? Not only are they giving you time to like sit in anticipation, but the first thing you see are the eyes. The eyes that are looking at you menacingly. This little fucking devil eyes that are about to go through you.
Prepare!
And then, again, here you go. We have this like, if you have, not narcolepsy, like, where you die if you see like flashing lights.
Prepare!
Does the flashing lights, does that add anything to the story? No, it doesn't. Does it add to the experience? Yes, it does. Because now you're framing the subject. And then he launches again and everything. But again, here comes the other point. The music. Which is kind of a minor change in a way if you want to look at it that way. Because does it add to the story? No. Does it add to the experience? Yes. The music in the new one is fairly actiony. It's fairly actiony. Here, the music is more of a tragedy. Now, in the new one, the music is kind of muted in the background, is there to add a sense of like a body to the scene, you know, give you an atmosphere. Here is another character. We have 3 characters on screen right now. Saito, Kenshin, and the music, the score. You see, here we have these strings, and they're not action. This is more of a sad song, because what's happening is not supposed to be anything to like be happy about. We're about to see a major change from Kenshin into the slasher again. Now, remember here when he gets kicked to the wall. He defends and gets to the wall again. That's exactly how it happened in the manga. He got up and went for the attack. And look, they kind of like shadowed his eyes to make it a little bit more menacing. Okay. How did it happen here, though?
Azuki attack that was developed by Toshizo Hijikata of the Shinsengumi.
Here we have the same thing. Blocks the attack. Gets thrown to the wall. Yep.
Each time he swings his sword, he is gradually.
And then what happens? He approaches.
But surely returning to his former self, the Tosai.
And then we have this woo in the back. Woo. And his eyes are still hidden. But remember what we talked about, the light change? How the colors are now blue? There's a reason for it.
Manslayer.
Here we have the same thing. He approaches, goes for the attack. He approaches, goes for the attack, and gets blocked again, right? So that's what we have. Now, the same thing happens here. Gets kicked. And then this little detail happens. This little detail. His little ponytail is out, is gone. Does it add anything to the story? It doesn't. Does it add to the experience? Yes. Because we want to establish that here, Kenshin is turning back into Batusai. And remember what I said about the color change? How it didn't add anything to the story, but it added to the experience? This is the reason. Right here. You see that? They made his eyes yellow. Does it add anything to the story? No, but to the experience, yes. Adding that little, that bass drop, and then the face of Kaoru feeling the pain because yes, her man is gone. Like we are seeing the killer again, and then they give us time to like first react with this negative change, like this negative color, to just give us that sense of like shock, and then now he's like walking normally and everything. This is menacing. This is absolutely menacing. And I can go and still like pick apart everything that happens on the fight. And you'll realize again and again and again, this version exists. It's okay. But there's one more thing that I want to show you. The thing that made me the most angry. Because even though I feel like this fight is very indicative of the problems of the show, they're highlighted on the last scene of the show. This is the last scene of the show. Yes, the subtitle is not in English, but that's the only video that I could find on YouTube. So this is the goodbye. Kenshin is about to go to Kyoto to face his past, and he's saying goodbye to Kaoru. There, he's having a little bit of flashbacks, and then this credit end song just comes out of nowhere. The fuck is this? Like, this is a fucking bop song to the Backstreet Boys. Like, why are they playing this on this super well lit like scene? This scene is completely well lit. You can see the colors, you can see the shadows, everything. And they are like in front of the house, just the way it happened in the manga. What did they do in the anime? Did it change the story? No. Did it change the experience? Yes. In the original anime, the goodbye doesn't happen in front of their house. It happens in a pond nearby. And you can see everything is dark. Everything is dark. Everything is dark. Because this is not a happy moment. This is a sad moment. Kenshin! He's slowly revealed by the firefly. The music swells a little bit. Kenshin? We have the change in voice. He's saying that he's gonna go back. And look at this angle now. It's not, the camera is not on a tripod. The cinematography here is from the back. You can see the leaves a little bit here to like dirty up the frame, as if you're like looking into an intimate moment. And the close-ups are of the side of the face from the back. Why? Why are they not here? Why are the close-ups here? Like face. I can see the face. Why are they showing this? Well, here, because you can feel that something's off. That is not clean. That is emotional. You can see that her mouth is short. You can see the direction she wants to go to. The camera moves, we focus, and then we have the long-awaited hug. That instead of a Backstreet Boys like NSYNC poppy music, we have this. And the scene is lit up again by the fireflies, giving you this intense moment of We were in a somber, dark place with weird angles that were making you feel uneasy. And now everything's lit because this is hope. This is an embrace. This is a happy moment that is also filled with sorrow.
拙者は流浪にまた流れるでござる。さよなら。
In this, Kaoru is shocked. She's shocked. 100%. You can see the tears.
また流れるでござる。
Here, they are like really focusing on the eyes. And as you can see, she's a little bit buried more into Kenshin's shoulder. Because now you can really feel the hug in this shot. You can really feel the embrace. Here, you can see separation between the two. It's like he's telling her a secret. You know what I mean? Here, it's tight, it's close, because this is a close moment. And she's looking a little bit upward because she's being hugged by him. So it's natural that her face is going to be looking up, also to give the sensation that she's looking for hope. She closes her eyes. And he walks into in this incredibly well lit street. Here, we see him from behind the tree as the light is gone. He starts walking, and the shadows are taking over him. As we only see her crying and the tears being lit by the moonlight, we see that Kenshin is being swallowed by the darkness. And that's where we end. That's exactly where we end. So, what I have to say about the difference between one and the other is that the new Rurouni Kenshin is good. But when you compare it to its predecessor, it's soulless. The original anime had a lot of flaws, I admit. But something that they really had was passion and soul. They cared for the cinematography. They cared for doing a couple of changes that would enhance the experience, that would enhance the show overall, so you would remember it. And that's how I remember it. So this show probably could be it could have been a good show. It could have been a really good show that a lot of people could watch for the first time and be like, oh, that this is good, I like it, you know. But this is memorable. If you were there to watch this, I'm so happy for you. And if this video can give anything to you, it's not necessarily trash talking the new Rurouni Kenshin, but more of a give the original a chance. Watch it again and appreciate it through the lens that I just gave you. Because even though it's flawed, it has a lot of love.